Hey guys, welcome back to Coolest Gamers. I'm Pete.
I'm Dylan.
We're back for episode 3 of Loki. Last time on Loki, we had the reveal of our evil kind of variant Loki, which, not too shocking to us, it ended up being Lady Loki. I saw a few reactions out there that were funny that had no idea, but I felt like it was pretty obvious since the beginning. Do like the choice. I like that you can bounce off acting-wise two different actors instead of Tom Hiddleston playing both parts and then editing it together. I think that doesn't have the same effect I think it could. So we had really that happen. Kind of a slower episode. We dealt with some big concepts. Our Loki ended up figuring out that Lady Loki was hiding in apocalypses. That was the way to cover her tracks, and that's where we tracked her to 2050 in Alabama in a huge superstorm. But how did you feel last week, Dill, about what happened, kind of conversations him and Mobius had, even about jet skis, and what are you looking forward to in this episode?
It was a good episode. It was kind of interesting pacing-wise, and there were a lot of big concepts in the episode, which I liked quite a bit. This episode, I'm looking forward. He's free. This is the first time in the show.
He is free. He escaped at the end.
This is the first time in the show where he's free. So I'm looking forward to seeing what repercussions that might bring on Mobius and their group looking for him. And I'm interested to see what his new plans are. And I think, I was hoping last week we were going to get more trippy and more time travel.
It took a while.
Yeah, I think, and it didn't, I don't know if it even reached the point of ridiculousness that I was hoping it would reach. This episode, it might.
It could, because remember, we ended on Lady Loki bombing the timeline. So what does that mean? What's really her ulterior motive? What's the plans? Is it to get every soldier, Minuteman, out of the TVA so you can invade the TVA?
Right.
Because she said she's not interested in ruling it. So is she interested in destroying it?
Yeah.
And we were left with that little line, whether we believe it or not, where she captured that C-20 man, but it was the woman. And she said that she claimed that she gave up the timekeeper's location. Do I believe that? No.
Well, how would she know?
How would she know? Are they even real? So a lot to get into in this episode.
Yeah.
But guys, we're going to jump in. So without further ado, here we go. Okay, so I feel like we're going to get into some timekeeper stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be fake.
Really?
I think it's bullshit.
The other thing with Lady Loki, too, is you can't even trust her. She says she doesn't care about
the TVA, you can't trust any Loki.
Yeah,
even
well, exactly. So that's what makes it fascinating. Lady Loki.
Yeah, it looks like Lady Loki. And is that C-20, the soldier that she captured?
Oh, shoot.
It kind of looks like her, doesn't it? Just with her hair down?
It does a little bit. Timekeepers?
Could be. And this is all an illusion that she got to grab the truth out of her. Yeah, and then so you change the scenario every time something happens. It didn't look real. It looked like she was tricking her with it.
It's very unnerving.
But I don't know you.
How does she know the place though? If she was,
it could be her past.
Yeah, but they supposedly were all made for the TVA. So did they have a past?
They probably did.
So now that brings up something interesting. So she really is looking for the actual timekeeper.
She is.
So are they real or not? This is the point that it brings up for me. Are all of the people that work for the TVA, and I saw someone bring up this point, are they all former variants that have been reprogrammed?
Oh,
and that's why they have past lives like that. That's an interesting thing to think about going forward.
That's a pretty good theory.
Because why would she have any of those memories?
Right, well, yeah. Oh.
See, she did. So she did that to clear out the TVA, so we were right on that part. Yeah, she could just do this. She doesn't even have to fight anyone. Oh, it didn't work. So maybe because magic doesn't work in the TVA, right? So she just figured that out.
I mean, she is a god, so.
It is true.
She's obviously going to be.
Damn, that is pretty good choreography there with a stunt double there. Impressive. Seems like she fights way better than our Loki, doesn't it?
Yeah. She's also, you'd assume, much older and so much more.
Could be, yeah. I mean, this Loki is about 1500-ish or so, give or take. His knives were in the locker, remember? That's where the other one put it, the other Minuteman.
This is a good scene. He's going to just be tracking her down based on the bodies.
Has been a really good original soundtrack in the show. That was nasty, right?
Honestly, put him out of his misery.
Well, yeah, she did. She did. This is from the trailer where he flips the knives, right? Yep.
Come any closer and I'll kill him.
Go for it. I don't think she cares.
Yeah, she doesn't give two shits.
Oh!
Nice.
They're in a different world now.
I would imagine this is somewhere else.
Oh, she's probably so pissed. She was.
Yeah, because that was her chance.
Yeah, she was right there.
Man, she destroyed his face there. Battery low. Even the TVA didn't solve that problem.
Oh, that sucks.
For my next trick, I'll make you disappear.
Yeah, where are they? Right?
Oh, that's a good
Are they in the
point.
middle of a war? Like, what is going
They
on?
probably are.
Okay. Name of the episode. So we're finally not on Earth for the first time. 2077. It looks like asteroids coming down. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like a meteor shower.
Yeah.
Didn't need your help.
You're so weird!
So I guess that was programmed for all different.
For all different apocalypses, yeah. How do you charge it? That's what I'm fascinated in. How does she know this much info on the TVA?
Yeah.
She's not going to try that, is she?
Seduce them?
It's a Loki on a Loki. Or try magic with him? Guys, the place is
We're
going to
about to
blow
do
up.
this here again.
The plan you interrupted was years in the making.
Figured that.
Yeah.
We just need enough of it to travel through interdimensional time and space.
Yeah, no biggie.
Yeah, I love that. It's just so regular for them. What is the grudge that's been years in the making? Why do all this? What did the TVA do to her?
Right. Well, and she hates the name Loki. I wonder if that has something to do with it.
I think the thing is, it's one of these things where they want the TVA to be the heroes, but they're really not.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. But also Loki, I mean, these Lokis aren't good people
No,
most
not
of
at
the
all.
time either.
Not
So
at
like
all.
it's hard to see what angle they're going at.
I'm Sylvie now.
Okay, so that's the name
Oh,
she
you
wants to
changed
go
your
by.
name.
Do they know a certain path to walk so they don't, like, does she know that so they don't get hit?
I'm sure she's been here before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would imagine that's the case. Love the visual aspect. Maybe
Yeah.
this was the purple place we saw in the trailer.
Well, if it is, then.
Oh yeah, then
Black
there's
Widow.
no Black Widow thing then. Maybe they just they teased us. Or you know, it might not have even been her. Maybe in this lighting it was her.
Or
sitting
maybe it
there.
was Lee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Two different
Sorry about that.
approaches to it. I like that. Gives them distinct
enjoy
personalities.
Hello, dear.
It's kind of fucked up.
It's really fucked up. But if it works, it works. Yeah. She knew. So they both failed in their methods.
Patrice never said a thing that nice and
Oh my god, they're gonna steal the power
get
of
there?
the Ark that is supposed to save the
Train
civilization.
stations that
I wonder if these people are just
Come on.
not even going to get a ticket. You know?
Either way, I think they're gonna end up. They might end up killing this whole planet, even the people that were gonna escape.
Oh yeah.
Of course, that's exactly how it would be.
Yeah.
So both of their methods haphazardly worked, half worked. It's like we're in Hunger Games now.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Good evening, passengers. Hi.
She's
Wow.
so sick of him. I wonder if they had the same mom.
Yeah, I wonder what their history is.
Yeah.
Right? How different
I told you.
Yeah. Did they not tell you?
is the difference?
Yeah. Hmm.
That's what caused a lot of his resentment towards his family.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Oh, I'll take hers.
Dictate.
Yeah. Don't get too drunk now.
What was that? Love is.
I like
Oh,
that.
piss off.
He loves antagonizing.
Is there a lucky bow waiting for you at the end
It's
of this
literally
crusade?
you, dude.
No, there isn't. You do realize we're about to try and hijack the power source to a civilization's only hope.
Oh yeah.
I do.
It's not going to be easy.
Pretty messed up. Who's gonna let the guard down first, right?
Yeah. It's an interesting standoff, you know?
Very interesting conversation. We can get more into that later. This is almost reminds me of Snowpiercer with the train
Yeah.
going around when the world's ending. Ah, she did fall asleep, but he didn't betray her. He's
No, he
literally
wasted.
singing with the people in the goddamn train, and then cuts it right back to. What a vibe, man. That's a Thor reference. Remember when
Yeah.
he did that in the
Yeah.
first Thor?
Life running from the omniscient fascists you work for.
She keeps calling them that, right?
An entire life.
Right. An oppressive time police. There's something there.
Love is an imaginary dagger.
That is the most
Doesn't make sense, does it?
fitting Loki thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oops.
He's drunk.
Still.
I think she was waiting for some action.
Yeah.
Oh! She's got a weapon now.
Oh,
Wow.
that sucks for that guy.
Oh, shit!
Oh shit! They actually
Yeah,
threw him out.
she didn't care for a second, and then actually went, oh shit, the 10 pads in there.
They better get back on that show. Oh fuck.
And it broke.
Well, I did take quite.
Oh my god.
Asshole. You killed us.
Maybe we can.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, can you blame her? He's frustrating. Now she knows what it's like.
She'll probably explain more about her backstory, I think, and maybe it was a fake to get her to open up more.
Yeah, I think that's a total R Loki move, right?
Yeah.
So what
If you
hijack
do that, you're helping people also get off. You're changing the timeline again.
Yeah.
Because they're all supposed to die. So that's
So that means that they all are variants.
Yeah, that's a risky thing.
I have to create a fantasy from their memories.
Right, which is what
TVA
you did with
agent.
C20.
Yeah.
Which, why would she have those memories?
Yeah.
I had to pull a memory from hundreds of years prior.
Yeah, there's something fascinating
Before
about
she
that.
fought for them.
Yep.
Yeah, and now he learns that there's an inconsistency.
Yeah, she was just a regular person.
So I wonder.
I told you it was bullshit.
I was told that everyone who works at the TVA was created by the Timekeepers.
That's ridiculous. They're all
Yeah.
I
variants.
knew it. I knew that was going to be the case. As soon as they showed that opening scene, I was like,
So,
100% that's the case.
I wonder if that's why Mobius has maybe he was like a huge jet ski rider. Please return to your homes. Your dad is going to go there.
Yeah, but they don't care about the poor people. It must be insane. Yeah, being at, like, if you could be at one of these apocalyptic events, like the chaos that must ensue.
Yeah, yeah.
It just has to be crazy.
I'm sure she's been in plenty of them.
Oh yeah, that's where she hides. Oh god. Very visually stunning. Gotta get that. Oof. Yeah, because she's probably never done this part of being there, right? So she doesn't know where things are gonna hit.
Right. Are they just killing people though?
Probably, yeah, to protect the Ark.
Why aren't they going on? They're just gonna die?
Yeah, I don't know. That or they get on last minute or something.
Crazy visually.
And this is probably all filmed in studio like they did with The Mandalorian. It's probably all the new technology Disney has now. Because all this was filmed during COVID.
Wow.
Did he, like, his magic powers were able to, like, reverse time with that? I didn't know he had this kind of power.
Not me neither. And it's interesting that it seems like she doesn't.
They definitely have
powers.
different skills.
Yeah.
It's the way they were raised.
Yeah.
They're destroyed. So that's it never takes off because of that.
But now what's gonna happen?
He's gonna have to reveal that he has the temp pad, but how are they gonna charge it?
Damn, look at everyone. They all know it's over.
Yeah,
That
even the
sucks,
soldiers.
Man.
Damn.
How is it's gonna end, I bet you.
How could it end when we're still here? We didn't resolve any of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're still stuck in the same. I gotta definitely do that for a copyright, but wow.
Wow.
What's your initial thoughts as we watched through the credits here right now on that episode?
Yeah, it was a good episode.
I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people hated on the episode. I enjoyed it.
It was definitely a shorter episode. I feel like not that much happened in terms of
still
progressing the story.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of backstory on. Well, we got a little bit of backstory. Maybe not as much as I would have liked on Lady Loki.
I think we got more on our Loki again.
Yeah, but a lot of stuff that we already knew.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see where probably my least favorite episode. But
Yeah, I
still
think that's fair.
Still thought it was a good episode.
I still enjoyed it. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't say it's probably my least favorite as well, but I definitely don't think it deserves like the hate of like what people were talking. Obviously non-spoilery. When they were talking about when I was reading it, but like people were really going in on this thing.
Really?
It was a huge waste of time, and I don't think so. I think there's a lot of nuggets in there, and I think the biggest one by far, which is what I said at the beginning of the episode, is that all the people that work at the TVA, at least the regular Minutemen soldiers, are all variants.
Yeah, that's
so
huge.
they've been reprogrammed. Their mind has been messed with. They have memories from wherever, different planets, different places like Earth, different time periods, whatever it is. And they've been tasked to work for the TVA, so the Timekeepers, all that is bullshit. It's something that's implanted. The Timekeepers didn't make these people. They've been stolen. So who really started this?
Well, and what's fascinating to me as well is when variants come, like Loki, for instance, he has all of his memories. So when every variant comes, so at some point they say, oh, they're useful, and they have the ability to wipe someone's memory entirely.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. That makes them seem a lot more sinister.
Yeah, it makes it seem the leadership of, and the big question is, are the Timekeepers real? Or whoever's ruling this, whether it's one person or it's a group of people, they are clearly, as we've been predicting, not what you see.
Yeah.
Like not what they seem. They are not some time cops that are great people and things like that. They're gray as well, like our Lokis are. And they're doing a lot of nefarious stuff that's not good.
Yeah.
Which I like that angle a little bit. but she still ended up getting the information out of C-20, the soldier at the beginning there. So I wanted to see if she gets where the timekeepers are supposed to be, what's actually there.
Well, listen,
and our Loki ruined it.
Yeah, this is the halfway point of the show. They left a lot of stuff still very open.
Only 3 episodes to go.
Yeah. Again, what I was hoping for going into this episode was a little more trippiness with timelines and stuff. Yeah. A little disappointed, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, no problem.
I really, and maybe it's my own fault for believing it. I really believed that Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson's character, was the one in that shot.
Yeah, and I think they meant that for us, and clearly, either it's this episode or next episode, since we're there. You see the purple aura of this planet. This is where we were.
Yeah, and so when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is going to be a really trippy show. Yeah. And I think it has been to a degree. I don't think it's reached the level so far of dimension hopping that I was necessarily expecting.
Kind of that was teased in episode 1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Still have 3 episodes to go, but we are at the halfway point. So I can understand I wouldn't call it a bad episode. No. I can understand the criticism with the episode though. But as you mentioned with the TVA, a lot of fascinating things. And I don't like to be short-sighted. 4, 5, and 6 could make this episode be like, oh wow, this was a really good come before the Storm episode. So I don't like to be too critical until I've watched the whole show on specific things and episodes. But probably my least favorite so far, but still a lot of interesting
totally
stuff.
Fair. I would agree with that. I still think, like I said, there were nuggets in there that I really enjoy. I really like the atmosphere. I really like the tension that fills in my chest of imagining being in an apocalyptic situation like that. Especially not like a sudden storm that killed you instantly, like a Pompeii, right? This is like, these people knew for a while that it was over. Yeah. At least, let's say, for a few days. But it was probably longer because they built an ark. And it all failed, then everyone died. And the panic would ensue like that. I think that there's something like just palpably terrifying about that.
Yeah,
and I love that was showcased there. I like the scene on the train of the 2 Lokis where her name is Sylvia, I think is what she's going. Sylvie is what she wants to go by. Why does she want to go by that? We need to dig more into her, and that I think is what Loki will continue to do next episode, because I don't believe the Tempad is broken. I think that's all they need to charge it somehow, but I think that's all BS on his part of what he is doing.
It either is or they're dead. I
mean, they're going to find a way off of here somehow. Yeah. But it's also a fascinating thing about time of, she goes, the Ark gets destroyed, they all die, and as Owen Wilson said in episode 1, that's the thing of time. It happens again and again, and there's no way of stopping it. It just happens. And that's exactly what did happen to them. There was no way to change that, even though they wanted to.
Yeah.
But exploring their past a little bit more, our Loki, and talking about their differences growing up. Look, she was told from the beginning, very young, that she was adopted. That is something that spiraled Loki, if people remember the first Thor from 2011. That's one of my favorite scenes in the MCU, when Odin tells him that he's adopted and all that stuff. It broke him, and that's why he did a lot of the things and led to the path of where he went. Because he considered himself not real family, and everything that he was slighted on, and Thor at that point too was very arrogant. He was given everything, and now he felt, hey, I don't really fit in here. I do feel adopted. I don't feel like your kid.
Yeah.
And she didn't have that lifestyle, and yet she's been hunted by the TVA seemingly her whole life.
Yeah.
So, like, how does that work? So, understanding the 2 histories of our Lokis and how it intertwines and where it broke off of how the changes happened, that I think was the most fascinating thing to take from this episode, and we're going to get a lot more of that going forward.
Fully agree.
Yeah, fully agree. So, guys, I kind of think that's our thoughts here. Also, great fight scene there in the beginning when she invaded the TVA.
Yeah, I also love the shot at the end with everything getting destroyed and as a fight. Yeah,
really love that. And also a thing with Ravonna, I think her name is, right? The judge that Owen Wilson talks to. No Mobius this entire episode.
No.
That talks to. She stopped the 2 Lokis right there, right? But she knows a lot more. She knows a lot more than she's letting on. Is she part of the leadership? If the timekeepers are not real, we'll have to see. But guys, let us know your thoughts here on episode 3 of Loki down below. Our consensus right now is it's kind of our least favorite episode. We're not hating on it, but definitely our least favorite episode so far. But let us know what you thought. Maybe it's your favorite episode. We'd love to hear all your thoughts, predictions, theories, and where we're going now that we've reached the halfway point in Loki. Like the video, subscribe, share with your friends if you'd be so kind. And until next week of Loki, thanks for watching.
Thank you.